in the fam. All in the fam. Come on. It's all in the fam. All in the fam. Come on. Now get your hands up. 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 It's all in the fam. All in the fam.
All right, guys, welcome to Fam Fridays. I am your host, Brianna Cherie, host of All in the Fam, the certified fresh, all-inclusive, unfiltered podcast. This is episode 3 of a weekly series on Instagram Live, Fam Fridays, where I talk about relevant topics with fans and friends. So if you missed the past 2 episodes with Diane Pedro and Jocelyn Kieta, go ahead, go over to YouTube and first subscribe and go check out those episodes. We had great topics about the current state in America and race in America. Today, we're going to continue that because why? Today is Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to my Black kings and queens. Today is the day that we celebrate the freedoms of our ancestors and their sacrifice. On this day in 1865, the shackles were unchained from our ancestors and we were free-ish, because y'all read a history book. We weren't technically all that free, okay? But we wouldn't be the Black people that we are today without their sacrifice, okay? So today is a day where us Black people and all Americans need to love all Black people. And yes, I mean all Black people. Whether you are gay, straight, bi, trans, any of the other pluses of the LGBTQ, if you are a Christian Black, Muslim Black, don't have a religion, if you are a Black woman, Black man, child, or elderly, today is a day that we need to love one another. Let's cut the toxicity today and every day. Okay, love each other always because we're Black and we are beautiful and we're a great people here in America. All right, I got my Black Lives Matter shirt for the occasion. Today, I am going to be speaking with my good friend Halle Devoe, who is also an awesome model. So after this live is over, please go follow her Instagram page. And this is clout. This is a shameless plug. Go follow this girl. Not only she is a great human being, she has talent. She's beautiful and awesome model. All right, so we are going to be talking about trends that need to end and talking about, because, you know, she is a model, it's only right to talk about fashion, Black culture, and our impact on the fashion in society. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add Halle in. Let's go ahead and add her. All right. We're just waiting on her to accept. Hey,
Hello.
girl.
I'm good, girl. How about you?
Looking all good and shit. You glowing. I see you.
Girl, it's this window. That's it.
I love how we play that off as if we worked this on FaceTime 2 minutes ago.
You see me in my
so,
house corner.
So, first and foremost, how are you doing?
You know what? I'm doing all right. Trying to finish up my master's degree. You know, COVID kind of threw a wrench in that, so working on that. And then amidst trying to do that, like, a lot of stuff has just been happening that, you know, just adjustments need to be made. There's a big change happening on Earth right now. People may see that we're right in the root of it, but there's a lot changing right now. So it's kind of just making sure, you know, I'm taking care of myself at this point, which sometimes everyone forgets about. So that's what I've been trying to
do. Good. So besides, okay, first of all, not only are you getting your master's degree and your model, give us 2 fun facts that people don't normally know about yourself. And yes, I put you on the hot seat.
Yes, you did. Okay, so I'm getting a degree in mental clinical health, which, you know, since it is Juneteenth, I think it's important to talk about the fact that in the Black community, a lot of the times, like, our people are supposed to be, you know, strong and take on everything on our shoulders. And unfortunately, like, mental health is not taken seriously in our community. So that's something, like, I'm really passionate about. I know a lot of people in my family that maybe struggle with anxiety or, you know, depression. And, you know, unfortunately, we're in a position where, you know, we have to keep it moving. So that's something that I'm really passionate about. So a lot of people don't know that like I'm going to school to finish that, and I hopefully will be done by the second week of July. Yeah. And
No
another,
way. Okay.
I feel like some of the people might not know about me. I played college sports. I played college ball, basketball, which is actually how we met.
Shout
Working
out Bruno
at
Camp.
camp together. So,
Oh man, I miss them kids. I miss them
okay,
kids.
that's how we met. Miss Gopher, running, just
Yep.
running all over the place.
And you know good and well I had every opportunity to not play noon ball because I saw what Coach Bruno put y'all through with noon ball. And I was like, nope, I'm just a gopher. I'm not playing with these D1 athletes. Nope. I may play
Never.
basketball, but I didn't say I started. So I'm not playing noon ball.
Oh my gosh,
Man, we can talk Bruno Camp all day.
never forget.
For real. So it's Juneteenth, and it's always been a recognized holiday, but right now it's more recognized than ever, and now we're finally on the verge of making it a federal holiday. And I'm ashamed that I'm celebrating it for the first time at 24, but I'm celebrating it with pride. How are you celebrating Juneteenth today?
First, actually, I just want to tell you that there's no shame in the fact that you're celebrating it today. Like we've had our history erased from us, and right now we're in the midst of making history and changing how we view each other and how the world views us, and trying to put a stop to the negative ways that we feel about ourselves. So there's no shame in the fact that this would be the first time you're celebrating. And I think that's important for all of us to remember, like having a history erased and trying to find, our roots and the power in what we are as people is so important. And I think it's better late than never, right? So I don't even feel ashamed about that. I personally am trying to do some self-care. Self-care is so important in times like this. That's one thing that connects humans is our ability to feel emotion and pain. And right now we're all kind of feeling it. And it's bringing about a lot of change, and it's really exhausting. So self-care has been number one on my list to celebrate this, because we all need to take a break, and we all need to care about ourselves. You can't give what you don't possess. If you don't take care of you, you can't take care of others. So that's been huge. And my friend and I, Jade, shout out. Hey. We are going.
Hey, girl.
We're going to go get Black-owned business food. Yeah, start.
Hey, wait, hey Jade, can you show? I don't know why I did this as if this would be loud. Show the shirt. Show the shirt to everybody. Look at that. Love to see it. Love to see it. We celebrating loud and proud. She's so extra. I love her. Yeah, about soul food. Literally. So I went to a March for Us protest celebration / dance party in the city. It was amazing, and I'm celebrating tonight by having some friends over, and we're going to have some soul food and dance and vibe. Under 10 people, because I know there's social distance warriors out there, so we know under 10 people. But yeah, I'm ready. So because you're the Miss Fashionista, I think it's great for us to talk about the impact of Black culture in fashion. So let's segue. How much do you think Black people impacted, fashion culture, specifically street culture in America?
You know what? Street culture is, I feel like anytime you want to hear about someone being like, we're in the streets, the hood, this is like Black people, like through and through, you know what I mean? And it's like, how can you have street culture without the people that you are constantly like talking about on the streets? You know what I mean?
True.
Sneaker culture. Come on now, everyone was walking around in they nice little mules before, like Black people came with their Air Forces, and it's like, and I think it's always important to remember, we know like the trend right now is wear your dirty forces and look nice and trendy, and I hate to say it, but in, you kind of like white girl outfits. It's just is what it is. But you know what? I remember like back in the day when they would be like, that's not professional. Oh, that's not cute. Oh, that's ghetto. I think that is something that just goes to show that like it is ghetto until proven trendy. I saw that on social media, and that's something that always just strikes with me, is that it's true. long nails. I've been seeing, you know, like my aunts and my cousins, and they've been wearing long nails for forever. And now all of a sudden it's cute because Kylie Jenner does it. It just,
Oh, you done
it's,
brought his name up. Don't get me started. Like it's interesting because
go ahead.
right, it's like, so our styles, like specifically street culture, that style is ghetto until, you know, it's gentrified and now it becomes eclectic. Like, really? Like, for instance, man, I wanted to wear Timbs in middle school so bad. So bad. But no, I would look like a tomboy. I would be viewed as ghetto. Then comes college, all the white girls, and I love y'all rock them. All the white girls wear Timberlands. I'm just like, damn, now when I get Timberlands, now they're going to say you look like a white girl. What? Like, what?
Isn't it
like,
cycle?
I mean, it's literally an exhausting cycle. And I'm not saying, like, if you're not black, you shouldn't wear those clothes. Wear the clothes, but you got to give us some credit for, you know, creating this style, you know?
And the thing is like, it's not the first time that it's happened, right? It's been happening for centuries. And it's not necessarily just the credit. It's just, you know, for something that is made for expression, it's something that, you know, like, that's how people, you know, express themselves, and that is how black people express themselves, is the way that they dress. You know, they made a statement with it. And then for somebody,
out here, especially black women.
And so, like, when you think about how it gets appropriated, there is no respect in that appropriation. You know, if they're not going to admit the fact, like, I take part in this, I should lend my voice as an ally. You know, I'm the person that enjoys black culture so much, whether it be streetwear or music. You know, I should lend my voice as an ally because I take part. So I just think that when it comes to fashion, you know, like, you see bits and pieces of, like, the black culture everywhere. And don't get me started, if you all would like to follow somebody that kind of has been recently exposing racism in the fashion industry, Ship Model Management has been talking about diversity in the fashion industry and how it's been lacking, and exposing certain companies and brands that are just not diverse, and how they treat their models of color, and even exposing certain agencies that are currently or have always been saying, you know, like, we already have a black model, we don't need you, or you're just dark enough, or ooh, you are just light enough, or we can't really tell what you are, so I think maybe we can keep you, but only one of you. You know, so they've currently been exposing that. So if anyone wants to follow Ship Model Management, they're a good one to follow.
Okay. Great plug. Okay, I'm about to follow them after this. Man. Yeah. So, like, I would say, like, big brands, and I know not all of them are black owned, but these are the brands, especially in the 90s, where black streetwear just took off. So we're talking about FUBU, Champion, Fila, Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren. Out of all of those brands, if you lived in the 90s or early 2000s, which one of those brands would you rock?
You know what? My parents put me in a lot of Tommy. You know, when they did,
I was going to say that too.
I have some overalls. I'm pretty positive my parents have, like, a picture of me and my little brother and, like, our matching overalls and everything. They put us in some Tommy, but, like, pretty much everything that you said, you know, I've worn. I think it's interesting. Champion kind of just made a comeback, you know, out of nowhere. But what?
Man, shoot. Let me just say this. Champion was a Walmart brand. And if I had to wear Champion clothes, it's like, oh man, mom, dad struggling, I gotta wear Champion. But now Champion costs like $75 for a t-shirt. I'm like, what? I'm going back to Walmart to get my Champion shirt. You know, it's like crazy.
Isn't it? I mess with Champion though.
Right. I don't know. I think out of those brands, I didn't really like FUBU that much. I don't know why. But I feel like, what's that one brand that Jay-Z had? Rockaware? You remember that?
I wore a lot of Rockaware. And I did.
Baby fat. Oh my gosh. That is straight up early 2000s right there. If you didn't have the word Yup. If you didn't have words on the butt of your sweatpants, you weren't cool. That's just the way it
Baby
was. You
fat.
were cool.
Well, where I grew
Yep.
up,
And I wasn't cool because I didn't have those pants.
where I grew up, like, oh, ghetto, ghetto. But these people, but mind you, these are the people that don't know how to spell ghetto. They don't know what they're saying. They're just saying it, to be rude and hurtful. It's like, girl, spell.
Yep. Did you have any celebrities that you looked up to that wore streetwear?
Aaliyah.
I know mine were TLC. Aaliyah, I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say TLC. Bro, when Left Eye had the oversized overall with a baggy shirt with the Timbs, with the visor hat to the right, and then she had the black mark on her eye. I was like, I want to be like her. I want to be Left Eye. But Aaliyah, she killed it. I loved Aaliyah's style.
But see, like, that was a lot of, like I said, like, when you think about it, like, what was, like, back, Nelly in his heyday, right? What are you stomping in?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, streetwear in those times. The white beater. You know what I mean? Like, don't even get started on the early, like, kind of, like, 2000s kind of area when Soulja Boy came and, like, everyone was wearing their 3XL shirt, even though they needed a large, just a regular large. And the jorts that were actually jeans, but just too big, and all you saw was the ankles. They wore it all summer. Just know.
I think that was the one era where I hated streetwear. I'm like, why? You're like literally like Soulja Boy in his videos. He's like 2 inches thin, 0% body fat. Why are you wearing these big old clothes? But he rocked it, I guess. And then you remember the big old oversized t-shirts, and we would just graffiti them with just giant words.
Of course.
That was 2000.
That's the form of expression. You know what I mean? But people would like ghetto. But then don't let a celebrity who's white do it, because then it's like, oh well, that's cute. She has a nice aesthetic. She has a nice aesthetic on her Instagram. Perhaps I can do that too. And like, yes, like, if you want to take part, please do. But just know that this expression was done to express ourselves, and we don't want it to be taken advantage of. There's an instance, when there was a time when, black people wearing cowboy boots and all this, that, and the other, Native Americans wearing cowboy boots, and like there was this backlash because white people said, you're appropriating our culture. And then they got a history lesson. Oh no.
The audacity.
A cowboy was not a term of endearment when it was used on black people and Native Americans back in the day, when they were the ones rounding up these people. The clothes that they wore was appropriated and taken, and then history gets erased, right? The people that win wars write history, right? So the only thing that we know, is what's been written, right? Or it gets hidden and erased. So now all of a sudden we're under this idea that, no, it's our culture. It's been appropriated, and it's really not fair to sit there and say, unless you've been educated and you've looked it up, your privilege is showing, the fact that you can open a book and your ancestors have rewritten history after colonizing everything, and then you kind of sit there and you're like, I don't have them Google and literally search to find out all the way back when, what actually happened. Like Beethoven. Have you been seeing that on social media, the Beethoven stuff? They're like, man, I knew he was black. And they start later said, ooh, that shit slaps. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, no, look at it
go. Oh, man, you crack me up. All right, so let's play a quick game. We're gonna play trends that need to end. So I'm gonna give you a trend. You either have to say keep or toss. All right, and then you have to give like a brief explanation why you want to keep it or toss it. All right. Okay. So we'll do a practice round. All right.
Wearing Crocs. I owned
keep
a pair of Crocs one time back in 2004. I was super surprised when it came back. I'm gonna have to toss it though. When they started making those like platform Crocs, I was like, ain't it, G? It's not it.
all right, cool. So we have 5 rounds.
Okay.
We're going to round 1. Not voting.
You know
Keep or
what?
toss.
I feel like that's one of those hard things just because, I mean, like, yes, I think you should go out there and vote. So that's a keep. My only, like, incongruence with saying that is that we have a very outdated system here in America. And I think to call this a democracy and then still be carrying on with the electoral voting way that we handle things, it's so outdated that it still puts people of color at a disadvantage when it comes to the voting booths. So I do believe that that needs to be fixed because we have the technology and the ability to get that majority vote done. You know what I mean? Like, you know who actually beat Trump. It was Hillary, but the electoral votes made Trump president. So I think that outdated practice needs to be done away with. So I'm gonna toss that, but please vote.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. Round 2.
Biker shorts.
Biker shorts.
Wait, you said keep, right? Is keep or toss? Because I'm gonna keep them.
Yeah, keep or
Yeah,
toss.
I'm keeping
You
biker
keeping
shorts. I
them?
love.
Why are you keeping biker shorts?
No, girl, I
Do
don't
you
buy them,
like?
but I wear them because they're cute.
All right. I ain't mad at you. All right. Keep or toss. TikTok. I know my mom is watching. I know she's going to keep TikTok.
I don't have a
What do you
TikTok
say?
personally, but that's because I read a bunch of stuff about us being spied on through TikTok. But I mean, like, for the young kids, so TikTok used to be Musically,
Ooh.
and I had that back in 2015. Made 2 videos, got rid of it because it was no one's gonna do this.
Okay.
Wrong, everyone does it now. But I'm gonna have to toss it because it's not an app on my phone. But I have made up a dance or 2 that I'll do on someone else's TikTok, but I ain't making one.
Okay. All right. Round 4. Systemic racism. Keep or toss.
Girl, we could toss that out the window. We could toss that in the trash. We could toss that in next week. We could toss it in the last week. We could toss it all over the place. It needs to be tossed though. Wherever it go, toss it in the dish. Toss it out this place. It needs to go. Toss it. Restructure. Toss it. Can't. Nope. Won't. It's got to go because.
Oh my God. All right. Last round. Last round. Keep or toss. Micro bags or mini purses. I don't even know. I don't think I've seen these. That goes to show how much I know about fashion.
And I think you're able to hold like a little Orbit piece of gum or like a dentine ice thing of gum in it. So it's more like a keychain. You can keep them if you want. You can't keep nothing in it though. But we can keep them. I ain't got no problem with little itty bitty bags, I guess.
Okay. I would keep them because I'm not really a purse person. But if I do go out to the club or to the city, I just want it to hold my phone and my wallet.
These tiny purses are dead serious, like this big
for 2 things.
Like this big. Like that's the tiny purse they're talking about. You have like 2 fingers and they're just like little bitty things. Yeah. So.
Never mind. I'm good. Never mind. Toss that for me. All right, Halle, it was awesome talking to you. I'm sad that we got to go, but we got to keep this under 30 minutes. But thank you for your insight. Congratulations, because I know you're about to graduate soon. So early congratulations. Good luck with everything. Keep doing what you're doing.
I love you, Bree.
Stay
Take care.
humble,
Thanks for
stay
having
beautiful.
me, too.
I love you, girl.
You're awesome and a beautiful human being. So obviously, everyone's on here that knows me. Please follow Bree. She's been doing amazing work out there, marching, protesting, spreading the word, spreading information on her social media. Thank you for having me, Bree. As always, it is a pleasure to talk with you. Love ya.
Thank you, girl. Love you. All All right, so that concludes episode 3. Thank you guys for watching. If you're just joining, I had a conversation with a good friend of mine, Halle Devoe. You can go follow her after this Instagram live is over. She is a current graduate student and also a model as well, former Division 3, I think, athlete. So she's the whole nine. Okay, she's everything. So go follow her. We talked about Juneteenth, why it's important to us, why we celebrate it, and what's it like being Black in America. And then we also talked about Black street culture and our impact on the fashion world and society. So this episode will be posted to YouTube. So go over to YouTube, search All in the Fam, and subscribe and watch all the episodes there. So after we post a YouTube video, we're going to post some information on ways we can get the officers who shot Breonna Taylor arrested, because it is June 19th and they're still not arrested and they still haven't been convicted of the murder of Breonna Taylor. So we'll post some information to YouTube, some information and numbers that you guys can call to get Breonna Taylor justice. Also, vote. It is election year. It's 2020. So if you have your phones out, or if you guys have pen and piece of paper, I want you guys to write this number down, 26797. The number is 26797. Text voter to that number. If you aren't registered to vote, do that so you can register to vote. So again, text voter to 26797 to register to vote. You guys need to vote this year. Okay. You also need to vote in your local elections. The laws and policies that happen at the local level happen in your town elections. Okay, so vote. Don't just vote for the president. Okay, not everything is going to happen right away at the executive level. It happens at the level in which the towns you live in. Okay. Also, happy Pride Month. It is June, so to all my LGBT family, happy birthday. God, am I okay? Happy Pride, y'all. I need a nap. I was in the city all day today. I'm about to eat some soul food. It is what it is. So thank you for tuning in to Fam Fridays. We'll be back next week, Friday at 6 p.m. with my girl, Olivia Voss. All right.